Professor Sarmin, it's your turn. I would like to leave the microphone to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me share the screen first. Thank you very much, Pinar and EURAS, for inviting me. I'm very honored to be here and to seeing everyone. So my topic is tackling the paradigm shift in higher learning, the Universiti Teknologi Malaysia experience. So I'll be sharing more to what we're having now in UTM, which is actually also true in Malaysia. Welcome everyone. I can see my friend Dr. Zainab, Dr. Judith. We were in Istanbul last time. We escaped and got to be in Istanbul in February. So let me share a little bit about COVID-19 in Malaysia. Our very first case came to Malaysia on 25th of January in 2020, which is an imported case. And right now, as of 17th of October, a few days ago, we have this almost 20,000 confirmed cases, but we do have more than half already, 12,000 recovered. And unfortunately, we do have death also because of COVID. And we are now in the third round of increasing cases in Malaysia, but it has been ups and downs, and we're hoping to be much, much better. So to share about preventive measures in Malaysia for the phases. So the very first phase of the movement control order, or we call it MCO, starting on 18th of March 2020. Right before the MCO, I was actually joined the Erasmus teaching in Metu in Ankara until the 16th of March. And then my very last day in Metu, the whole of Ankara, or I think probably in Turkey, they shut down also starting on the 18th. So when I came back, I thought I was the one who has to stay at home for 14 days, but turned out that everyone in Malaysia has to stay at home for 14 days. And then after 2 weeks, then we have the second phase, and then the third phase, and the fourth phase of everyone has to stay at home and to work from home. All schools are closed until we actually opened, and UTM starting to have the full-time online learning starting on the 1st April of 2020. So you can imagine, I have started my class that time before I left for Ankara for 3 to 4 weeks physically. And suddenly when I come back, I have to stay at home, and then we starting the class in 2 weeks online. So this, until right now, we are still in the recovery movement control order, the RMCO. We can work except for the people in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor in, we call it the Klang Valley. They have to stay at home for these few weeks because of the very high cases of positive COVID. But in Johor, where we are right now, we still have to, can go to office. And we have started the classes online. I don't know why I cannot move to the next slide. Yeah, okay. Before I move on, let me just share a little bit about UTM Facts and Figures. So we have over 20,000 students for the campus. We have campus in Johor Bahru and also in Kuala Lumpur. We have 1,400 academic staff and 7 faculties, engineering, social science, science, and so on and so forth. Among all those 23,000, we have 14,000 undergraduate students and almost 9,000 postgraduate students. We also have international students, 4,000 of them. And Pinar mentioned about the mobility. So every year we have around 1,000 mobility inbound and outbound. And the number actually have increased the past year to more than 2,000. So suddenly there is no movement. What we do, so for the UTM online learning implementation, UTM decided to start the online on the 1st of April until 31st of December of this year. And we have some alternatives for the lecturers. They can do asynchronous online learning where they can record the video. We have synchronous online learning where we have live session and two-way interaction, or live session with one-way interaction. And also we have task-based online learning where we call it alternative 3. And for the online learning, imagine that we have not started fully online before the MCO. We have physical, some probably just some online, but in 2 weeks, UTM have been able, from 1st of April to 25th of April, which is 3 weeks, to do a guideline for all the lecturers, more than thousands of them. We have online training, we have 2,000 lecturers attended online training. Some of them attended more than twice. And we have video tutorials. Everything goes online. And we also have online learning session with session given by every of the faculty. So this has been going on. Let me share a little bit about my class. Okay, the one on top is the class that I had just before I left for Ankara. So I was teaching undergraduate physically, and suddenly when I came back, then there is this MCO, and in 2 weeks, most of the students have gone back to their hometown. UTM sent them by buses, the whole of the university in Malaysia, sending the students back, buses and so on, or some of them left on campus. So we have to change to the new norm in which I do my class online via FB Live. And the one that you see at the bottom is my class. Just starting, this is our 2nd week, and I'm teaching master's classes. So we do it through Zoom and also interactive sessions, and I get to write on the whiteboard. So what do we do as assistants to the student? We have 50% students who are B40, which is bottom 40, where the income of the family is around 1,200 USD a month. So we give them data assistance, internet data, and we give laptop assistance also to 40 of the students in the bottom. And we have to move on, and we have to move forward to global connection. We cannot lose our partners. So we started to do virtual international engagement. We call it VIE. So far, starting from April, May, we had the virtual international engagement for with 17 countries and 25 universities. And you can see some impacts. We renew our MOU. We have new member for our network. And the one in the middle, we used to have University President's Forum every year for the past, and this is the 10th year that we plan to do it in November. We couldn't do it, so we do it virtually. So we have 3 series by our member of Asia Teknologi Network. And we also have webinars like everyone else, like what we do right now. Pinar mentioned about what we do, mobility with the students, also with the staff. So we started to do the inbound and outbound online global classroom. We call it OGC. We start the first one with our Asia Technology Network. We do Global Culture Corner, where we have students, 5 students from 6 universities from 4 countries. They get together, they change the culture for 2 afternoons. And the next one, we have also OGC for by the other member of the ATUNet. We also have down at the bottom, OGC by different faculties in UTM. So we encourage every faculty to have their OGC. And also we're sending students abroad by our partners, so doing the online global classroom. Okay, before that, I just need to mention also about what we have right now is, although we do it all the classes online, and I have to make sure, because the challenges that we have for our class is that they are not all in Malaysia, and we have more than 1,000 new international students, and you can imagine they come from everywhere, and it's about the timing. You imagine we put like right now, we are almost 9 o'clock, right? And you imagine if we have our class at 8 a.m., what happened to the students who's like 6 hours earlier than us? They have to like 2 a.m. there. So that is the challenge that we have right now. And the lecturers, the time, their working time, office hours is like until 5. And I'm sure they don't want to work at night and teach the class. Thank you very much again, Pinar, for this opportunity. So I pass back the mic to you.
Thank you so much, Professor Sermin, for informative presentation, as well as your best practices during the COVID-19 process.